Well, hi guys, Miss Jessica here, and welcome back to our December Daily Draw Day 2. Now today we're going to draw an angel, but not just any regular angel, we're going to make it into an animal. I made a cute little bear, like a little polar bear, and I do want to encourage you guys to have fun and be creative today on what you do draw. But I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a bear. So let's go ahead and grab our paper and make sure to write the number at the top. Number 2, because that's day 2. Now you can see on the table are a few things we're going to need. We're going to be needing a pencil, Sharpie, eraser, and only chalk pastels. So if you have those with you, please grab them. But let's begin with our drawing. So make sure you have a pencil, but I'm going to use my Sharpie so it's much easier to see. But you always start with a pencil. Now for our cute little animal today, we need to draw the head. Angels kind of float in the air, so we're not going to draw the body. We're just going to show that it's an animal with the details on the face. So I'm going to start right about the middle. I'm going down towards the bottom, but you guys can go in the middle of your paper. We're going to draw a big rainbow line from one side to the other. This is going to be the top of the head. Now, since I'm going to make a bear, I'm going to add some ears, like 2 rainbows, 1 and 2 on each side. But feel free if you want to be a cat, a dog, whatever kind of animal you would like to draw today. And bears are fluffy, maybe even some other animals you'd like to do. So I'm going to add these little fluffy fur lines. They're kind of spiky, just on random spots. And since you guys are using pencils today, anywhere you see a place to erase, I want you to go ahead and do so. I'm going to use a red marker just to kind of show you the lines to erase. So anything underneath the hair, right here by the ears, go ahead and just erase those spots. Again, you're using your eraser, but I'm going to use a red marker to show you where to erase. All right, so go ahead and finish up with the ears of some sort and his head, maybe some fur. And we're going to draw our face. Now, our little angel today, he's got his hands folded and his eyes closed. So right in the middle of the head, we're going to draw 2 U's, long U's, its eyes are closed. We'll do an oval in the middle for the nose. Now again, if it's a different animal, go ahead and draw the nose that you would like to. And we can't see his mouth today because his hands are going to be covering it. So right under that nose, we're going to draw a rainbow and one more next to it. Almost looks like a big letter M. Those are the little top of his paws coming together. Then I'm going to go to the middle and curve to the left and to the right. Excuse me, I said that backwards. To the right and to the left. And you can see it looks like his little hands are folded together. I'm even going to add some lines at the top, but just let it end. Again, we can't see the whole body, just his head and hands. Now we're actually almost done with our drawing. We're going to add just the things to make it look like an angel. So we need some wings. You guys can do any kind of wings you want, but I'm going to make some curly, loopy wings. So right under my ear, I'm going to start, not touching anything, just putting my pencil there. And I'm just going to draw a rainbow up and down. Now once I go down, I'm going to curl it like a little loop and down again. Curl it like a little loop and down like a U. Try that out. Try to make it nice and big, and then again, just let it stop, just floating. Once you figure out your wings, go ahead and do it on the other side, under the ear, curve it up like a rainbow, loop, loop again, and down like a U. Please go ahead and decide the kind of wings you would like on your bear today, or maybe whatever animal, and go ahead and finish drawing those. At any time, if you need some more time to finish, just pause and press play when you're all ready. Now the last thing we need is the halo. So right above the head, we're going to make a skinny oval side to side. Make sure it's skinny. We don't want really circular halos. It's side to side floating above the head. And to show that it's shining, we're going to add these little lines coming up to look like that halo is glowing. Great job, you guys. That's the end of our drawing for today. We're going to go ahead and move into coloring. Now, make sure you erase your lines because we are going to trace our entire picture. Now, what I want to show you now is what it should look like after your lines are all erased. It should have nothing next to the ears, some spiky lines, maybe for the fur. You might notice that some of the bear looks a little darker, some looks a little lighter. I use 2 different kinds of Sharpies, a thicker one and a thinner one, but you can can use whatever you have. So go ahead, I want you guys to pause your video, grab a Sharpie and trace all the lines, and then go ahead and press play when you're ready to start coloring. But go ahead and press pause now. All right, so hopefully everything's traced like mine, and grab your chalk pastels. We're only going to use 2 colors today. Angels are very light, lots of whites, and so I'm going to try to show you guys that as well. For all of our coloring, we have a color scheme, which means we're only going to focus on a few colors. Red, green, blue, and some black and white, so that way it brings in a little bit of other colors as well. But those are our main ones. Again, you don't have to do those. You can also choose any colors you do want. So what I'm going to do first is, if you still have your Sharpie around, go ahead and grab it. And I want you to color in the nose. So go ahead and fill in that nose all the way solid. Now, even if you have a cat or a dog, you can still do the same thing, because again, the rest is going to be chalk pastel. Now I'm going to make my bear white, maybe a polar bear. So I'm going to use blue to shade. But if you would like, maybe your bear's brown. So grab a brown. Maybe you're doing a cat and you want it to be tan. So go ahead and grab the color for your animal. I'm going to use blue again because it's going to be a white polar bear. And I want you guys to hold it kind of like a pencil. We're going to use the edge. So not the very tip, which is the corner. It's very pointy. But we're going to use the little flat part next to it. And we're just pretty much going to be outlining. Let's start with our left ear, no matter what the shape of your ear is. Then we're going to go down and follow the fur and stop. Notice how I'm not coloring everything. I'm just outlining, no matter what animal that is. Now on the opposite side, we're going to do it again, but just a little different. So I'm now just going to do the bottom of the ear and my fur and stop. Great job. Now we're not going to do a whole lot more. Now I just want you to add a little bit under each eye. Not very much. And we're going to do the bottom of our paws on both sides. Now go ahead and put your color away and hold up one finger. Now we need to blend our chalk, but when we blend, watch close. We're going to blend in little swirling circles, keeping it inside the bear's head on both sides. So go ahead and start. We're adding just a little bit of shading, no matter what your color is. So I want the most of the animal to be the white paper and just a little bit of it to be a color. Again, if you used white like me, it should look like a blue bear with some shadows. If you used tan or brown or whatever other color, it should look a little bit more like that animal. Now we're going to do one more color, and it's going to be yellow today to show some shiny. Now, I also want to tell you guys, if you have gold or silver metallic markers or crayons or Sharpies, feel free to use those today. You can trace the wings and the halo to look like it's glowing, but I do want you guys to grab your yellow chalk, and let's start on our wings. We're going to just do the edges. So 1, outlining, 2, 3. Remember, hold it like a pencil. Try to use the edge. Let's do the same thing on the other side, just the outside, 1, 2, and 3. And while we have this with us, we're going to go ahead and go around the halo. Don't fill it in, just trace around. All right, now let's use one finger again. We're just going to blend our yellow into our wings, but we don't want to make them yellow wings. We want to make it look like they're white, but they're glowing. So remember, we're going to swirl it softly, showing that they're glowing, and then just gently trace with your finger around that halo. Now I'm going to leave my little shiny lines alone, but you can trace those with the chalk pastels or a shiny material of some sort. Now, last thing that I'm going to tell you is, if you notice you've got a little yellow outside and you don't like that, or blue, you can take an eraser, maybe the pencil or a big pink one, and you can just erase away the chalk pastel you don't like. That's what's good about chalk pastel. It helps you kind of clean up those edges. Now, if you have any dust, please dump it in the trash can. Give it a little tap into the trash can and all your dust will go away. Put your chalk pastels away, and if you have any wipes, you can clean off your hands. But that is officially the end of our daily draw for day 2. So great job, you guys. I hope to see you all again very soon. My name is Miss Jessica, and I'll see you next time. Bye.